watched the first episode of the revival this week, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like it felt very familiar and yet very fresh and different. And also, I believe you two are new kids on the block, right? Despite being
Oh
adults,
yeah.
you are the babies of the series. Um, so, Tommy, what was it like for you to, come to the neighborhood and take this role and make it your own?
Well, it's just been an absolute blast. This is up there with the greatest, animated shows of all time. It's a legendary show. So in some sense, you feel like there's big shoes to fill. But I will say that the production team and our great voice director Charlie Adler have encouraged us to kind of do our thing in bringing voice to the new version of these characters. Huge respect to Jack Riley, the original Stu, but trying to imitate him is a fool's errand. So I'm just kind of taking big swings and hoping it works. And I actually just watched what you just watched, and man, seeing it back and seeing what the old school voice cast is doing with the kids, it's just such a trip. I feel so lucky.
Definitely. And you guys are getting a lot more room, I think, maybe because I am now an adult and care about the parents, to explore the parents and their dynamics. So, Ashley, I was just wondering how you feel about, Dee Dee and maybe her fear of being separated from Tommy, if you will. Like how is she feeling about being a new mother and then also living her life outside that?
Yeah. I love it. I love that dynamic. I love that there's definitely a nervousness to Dee Dee, and she definitely does, it's hard to leave her baby, I think, which I'm not a parent, but I have lots of parent friends around me. So I understand the sentiment. And I just think it's a really fun balance to play. Dee Dee's sort of nervousness, but also she very much wants to live. She's so interested in so many things. She's an artist and, like they go to this concert and she's totally thrilled about it, even though she's scared to go, but she does it. And that's what I love about her. She fights through her fears. Yeah, I relate.
So she's brave. She's brave in her way. I like that too.
Yes, I think so.
Now, Tommy, Stu has been probably Stu and Dee Dee are probably like the more memorable parents from the early, from the early episodes. Everyone knows Tommy's parents. But how do you feel about what has shifted in Stu maybe in the new series? What's different about him? Maybe how much more do we explore of his dynamic with Dee Dee?
Yeah, I mean, I like how, and I don't know if this is much of a shift, but it's certainly a through line that I appreciate is how much Dee Dee and Stu support one another. I mean, they're both sort of dreamers. She's a crafter and selling stuff on eBay. She's got blogs and vlogs and everything in between. Stu, hilariously, is still inventing things, in an era of Apple and Amazon and everything. Stu's still in a shed, like making stuff, which is, I've said this before, that's really fun to play with that anachronism. Mm-hmm. So in a way, it's kind of old school, but it's not like Stu's unaware that there are these mega corporations making most of our stuff. And also, all the millennial parenting satire is great. Originally, I think it was implied that Lou moved in with I can't talk. Lou moved in with Stu and Dee Dee. Now it appears that Stu and Dee Dee have maybe run into some trouble and moved into Lou, which feels really current and right for, the millennial generation, sometimes having no disrespect, but sometimes having to move back in with their parents to make do, and like all those shifts that get towards parenting in the age of technology, I think are great and so right. Fun.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's very relatable to me and to people I know. But I had a great time watching it. Thank you both so much. Have a great day.